In the last episode, we saw that the table of shewbread, also known as the bread of his face or the bread of his presence, represents the Word of God. It represents Jesus, who is the living Word who came down from heaven and gave his life as a ransom for our souls. Today, let's look at the only source of light in the holy place, the golden lampstand. Let's read what the Lord told Moses on the mount. We are reading from Exodus chapter 25, verse 31 onwards. Make a lampstand of pure gold, hammer out its base and shaft, and make its flower-like cups, buds and blossoms of one piece with them. 6 branches are to extend from the sides of the lampstand, 3 on one side and 3 on the other. 3 cups shaped like almond flowers with buds and blossoms are to be on one branch, 3 on the next branch, and the same for all 6 branches, extending from the lampstand. And on the lampstand there are to be 4 cups, shaped like almond flowers with buds and blossoms. 1 bud shall be under the first pair of branches, extending from the lampstand, a second bud under the second pair, and a third bud under the third pair, 6 branches in all. The buds and branches shall be all of one piece, with the lampstand hammered out of pure gold. Then make it 7 lamps and set them upon it, so that they light the space in front of it. Its wick trimmers and trays are to be of pure gold. A talent of pure gold, that is about 25 kilograms of gold, is to be used for the lampstand and all its accessories. See that you make it according to the pattern shown to you on the mountain. God gave very specific instructions to Moses to make the lampstand, and he had to make it as per the pattern shown to him on the mountain. The lampstand had to be hammered out of pure gold. Now let's look at the placement of this lamp and how long was this to be kept burning. Let's read from Leviticus chapter 24 verse 1 onwards. The Lord said to Moses, "Command the Israelites to bring you clear oil of pressed olives for the light, so that the lamps may be kept burning continually." It had to be kept outside the curtain that shields the Ark of the Covenant law in the tent of the meeting. Aaron is to tend the lamps before the Lord from evening till morning continually. This is to be a lasting ordinance for generations to come. The lamps on the pure gold lampstand had to be tended continually. Hebrews chapter 9 verse 2 also gives us the placement of the lampstand. The lampstand was to be kept before the veil that separated the holy place from the most holy place. Now let's read a few more verses on the Lord being the light from the Old Testament. Psalm 18 says, "You, Lord, keep my lamp burning. My God turns my darkness into light." In Isaiah chapter 60 we read, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." In Micah chapter 7 we read, "Though I have fallen, I will rise. Though I sit in darkness, the Lord will be my light." In Isaiah 9 we read, "The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned." In Psalm 119, we read, "God's eternal word is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path." Now let's look at the New Testament. Apostle John, talking about Jesus in the Gospel of John chapter 1 says, "In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." The true light that gives light to everyone was coming into the world. He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become the children of God. Children born not of natural descent, nor of human decision, or of husband's will, but born of God. It also says, "The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth." In John chapter 9, Jesus said, "I am the light of the world." In John chapter 12, Jesus cried out, "I have come into the world as light, so that no one who believes in me should stay in darkness." In John chapter 8, Jesus said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." In Revelation chapter 21, talking about the holy city, John the Apostle writes, "The city does not need the sun nor the moon to shine on it, for the glory of God gives its light, and the Lamb is its lamp." Through all these verses, we understand that the golden lampstand in the tabernacle was a shadow of Jesus, the true light of the world. Let's close with a few verses on Jesus calling his disciples the light of the world. In Matthew chapter 5 verse 14, Jesus told his disciples, "You are the light of the world." In Revelation chapter 1 verse 20, Jesus said, "The seven lampstand that is in the presence of God is the seven churches." In 1 Peter chapter 2 we read, "We are God's chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that we may declare the praises of him who called us out of darkness into his marvelous light." Here we see we no longer need to walk in darkness, but we are in God's marvelous light. May God richly bless us as we keep meditating on Jesus, our lamp and our light. May God bless you.